Hello, science fans. Get ready for an incredible journey into the microscopic world. Today, we're shrinking down, way down, to explore the fascinating world of cells. We're going to uncover secrets hidden from the naked eye. These are the tiny building blocks of all living things. They're the fundamental units of life, the very essence of what makes us, us. Cells are everywhere. They're not just in humans, but in every living organism you can imagine. They're inside you, working tirelessly to keep you alive and functioning. They're in your pets, from the wagging tail of a dog to the purring of a cat. They're in plants, giving them the structure and energy they need to grow and thrive. And they're even in puddles, teeming with microscopic life that you can't see with your own eyes. Imagine building a castle out of toy bricks. Each brick plays a vital role in the structure's integrity. Well, each brick is like a cell, and you need trillions upon trillions of these cellular bricks to make a human. It's an astounding feat of biological engineering. Thanks to the invention of the microscope, a revolutionary tool, scientists discovered that life isn't just one big blob, but is actually made up of these tiny, busy compartments, each with its own function. This groundbreaking idea is called cell theory. It's a cornerstone of modern biology. It's one of biology's most important concepts, shaping our understanding of life itself. Right now, as you're watching this, trillions of cells in your body are working together in perfect harmony. Your brain cells are firing, allowing you to think and process information. Your muscle cells are contracting, enabling you to move and interact with the world. Your skin cells are acting as a barrier, protecting you from the outside environment. And your stomach cells are diligently working to digest the food you eat, providing you with energy. Each cell has a specific job, a specialized function, like workers on an assembly line in a factory. Not all cells are the same. They come in a dazzling array of shapes and sizes. But broadly speaking, there are two main types of cells that we'll be focusing on. There are prokaryotic cells, which are generally smaller and simpler in structure. And then there are eukaryotic cells, which are larger and far more complex. Prokaryotic cells are simple, lacking a nucleus and other complex organelles. Eukaryotic cells, on the other hand, are complex, boasting a nucleus and a variety of specialized organelles. By the end of this journey into the cellular world, you'll know exactly what makes these two types of cells different and how they work together to create life as we know it. So get ready to explore the amazing world of cells. Because science is about to get cellular, and it's going to be an incredible adventure. It all starts here, with the cell, the fundamental unit of life. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets of the cell. So, what exactly is a cell? It's a question that has driven countless hours of research and discovery. Cells are the fundamental building blocks of all known living organisms. They are the smallest units of life that can replicate independently, and they carry out all the essential functions necessary for life. At its core, a cell is essentially a tiny, membrane-wrapped bag of life. Think of it as a miniature world, complete with all the necessary components to sustain itself. The outer layer, called the plasma membrane, is a crucial component. This membrane isn't just a passive barrier, it's a dynamic and selective interface. It acts as a gatekeeper, carefully letting essential nutrients in to fuel the cell's activities and efficiently moving waste products out to maintain a stable internal environment. It's a sophisticated system of cellular exchange. Inside, the cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance, a complex mixture of water, ions, and various organic molecules. This is where all the cell's work happens. It's the site of countless biochemical reactions, the hub of cellular metabolism, and the location where proteins are synthesized. It's not just goo, it's a busy workshop, a highly organized space filled with specialized machinery. These machines, known as organelles, each perform specific tasks to keep the cell functioning smoothly. This workshop is full of water, proteins, and molecules, all interacting in a complex dance to maintain life. These components are the building blocks and workhorses of the cell. Every cell needs instructions to operate, and that's where DNA comes in. DNA is the cell's information center, the repository of all the genetic instructions. DNA is the cell's blueprint, a detailed and intricate guide for building and maintaining the organism. It's a molecular code that dictates everything from cell structure to function. It's carrying all the genetic information needed to build and run the organism, ensuring that each cell knows its role and how to perform it. This information is passed down through generations, ensuring continuity of life. In every cell, DNA holds the instructions for life, acting as the master control center that orchestrates all cellular processes. This genetic information is carefully replicated and passed from one generation to the next, ensuring the continuation of life and the inheritance of traits. So, all cells, regardless of their specific function or location, share three essential components: a plasma membrane, the outer boundary that defines the cell and regulates its interactions with the environment; cytoplasm, the gel-like substance that fills the cell and houses all the organelles and cellular machinery; and DNA, the genetic blueprint that contains all the instructions for building and operating the cell. Whether it's a bacterium, a single-celled organism, or a brain cell, a highly specialized component of a complex multicellular organism, these parts are non-negotiable for life. They are the fundamental requirements for any structure to be considered a cell. This universal recipe, this shared set of components and functions, is what makes a cell a cell. It's the common thread that connects all living things. Cells are the basic units of life, simple in their fundamental requirements, but incredibly powerful in their collective ability to create complex organisms. Understanding them unlocks the secrets of biology, providing insights into everything from disease to development. Science is cool. It's a journey of discovery that constantly reveals new and exciting information about the world around us. Now let's see how these basics play out in different types of cells. We'll explore the amazing diversity of cells and how they are adapted to perform specific functions. Ready for the next level of cellular exploration? Let's dive deeper into the fascinating world of cells. Let's dive into the microscopic world and meet the prokaryotes. These tiny organisms are the foundation of life as we know it, and they play a crucial role in our planet's ecosystems. They are the simplest cells on Earth. Their basic structure allows them to thrive in diverse environments, showcasing the elegance of simplicity. One defining characteristic is that prokaryotes have no nucleus. Unlike more complex cells, their genetic material isn't housed within a membrane-bound compartment. Instead, their DNA floats freely in the cytoplasm, the gel-like substance that fills the cell. This direct contact between the DNA and the cellular machinery allows for rapid responses to environmental changes. This DNA is typically concentrated in a region called the nucleoid, but it's not enclosed by a membrane. These were the first life forms to emerge on our planet, appearing billions of years ago. They paved the way for all subsequent life, shaping the Earth's atmosphere and biogeochemical cycles. Prokaryotes are always single-celled organisms. Each one is an independent organism, capable of carrying out all life processes on its own. They don't need other cells to survive or reproduce. Bacteria are the most common and well-known prokaryotes, and while some can make you sick, causing infections and diseases, most are helpful, playing essential roles in various ecosystems. They aid in digesting food, breaking down complex molecules into simpler ones, making vitamins, synthesizing essential nutrients that our bodies can't produce on their own, and supporting ecosystems by cycling nutrients and maintaining balance. Archaea, another group of prokaryotes, thrive in extreme environments like hot springs, volcanic vents, and highly saline waters. Prokaryotic cells are tiny, typically ranging from 0.1 to 5 micrometers in size, and reproduce quickly by splitting in two, allowing them to rapidly colonize new environments. This efficient method of reproduction is a process called binary fission. Their simplicity lets them adapt and survive everywhere, from the most hospitable to the most extreme conditions, from oceans to your body, highlighting their incredible versatility. When thinking about prokaryotes, think simple, small, and no nucleus. They have a plasma membrane, which encloses the cell and regulates the passage of substances in and out, cytoplasm, the site of most metabolic reactions, DNA, carrying the genetic instructions for all cellular processes, and ribosomes for building proteins, the workhorses of the cell. Prokaryotes are the minimalists of life, demonstrating that complexity isn't always necessary for success. They are powerful, essential, and everywhere, playing critical roles in the health of our planet and ourselves. They are true superstars of the microbial world. Let's zoom in on prokaryotic cell structure. Many have a tough cell wall outside the plasma membrane, like a suit of armor for protection and shape. Some move using a flagellum, a whip-like tail that propels them through liquid. Others have pili, tiny hairs for sticking to surfaces or swapping genes. Inside, there's no nucleus, just the nucleoid with circular DNA. Ribosomes float in the cytoplasm, building proteins from DNA instructions. No complex compartments, just the essentials. This streamlined design lets prokaryotes survive and multiply rapidly. They focus on the basics: survive, eat, and reproduce. Simple, efficient, and adaptable. That's the prokaryotic way. Billions of years later, it's still a winning formula. Now let's meet their complex cousins. Now, meet the eukaryotes, the architects of complex life. Eukaryotic cells have a true nucleus, a special compartment that protects their DNA. This organization allows for greater control and complexity. Eukaryotes include plants, animals, fungi, and you. They can be single-celled like yeast or form multicellular organisms with specialized cells, muscle, nerve, skin, and more. This teamwork creates complex structures like brains and leaves. Eukaryotic cells are much larger than prokaryotes and packed with specialized compartments called organelles. Each organelle has a unique job, making the cell efficient and organized. Think of eukaryotes as bustling cities, complex, coordinated, and full of life. This advanced design is the foundation for the diversity of life on Earth. Let's explore the organelles that make these cells tick. Time for a tour of the eukaryotic cell's organelles. The nucleus is the command center, storing and protecting DNA. Mitochondria are the power plants, turning food into energy, ATP, through cellular respiration. Plant cells also have chloroplasts, solar panels that capture sunlight for photosynthesis. The endoplasmic reticulum, ER, is the manufacturing floor. Rough ER makes proteins, smooth ER makes lipids and detoxifies. The Golgi apparatus is the post office, packaging and shipping proteins and lipids. Lysosomes are the recycling centers, breaking down waste and old cell parts. Plant cells have a central vacuole for storage and support. All these organelles work together, making the eukaryotic cell a marvel of efficiency. Each part has a job, just like departments in a city. This teamwork is what makes complex life possible. Now let's compare these two cell types side by side. Time for a side-by-side comparison. Prokaryotes versus eukaryotes. The biggest difference, eukaryotes have a true nucleus, prokaryotes don't. Eukaryotic cells are packed with organelles, mitochondria, ER, Golgi, and more. Prokaryotes are simpler, with no membrane-bound organelles. Eukaryotes are much larger and more complex. Prokaryotes are tiny and efficient, running everything in one open space. DNA in prokaryotes is a single circular loop. In eukaryotes, it's linear and organized into chromosomes. Prokaryotes are always single-celled. Eukaryotes can be single-celled or multicellular. Eukaryotes specialize and cooperate, building complex bodies and organs. Prokaryotes master simplicity and speed. Eukaryotes master complexity and teamwork. Both strategies are incredibly successful. Life thrives with both approaches. Understanding these differences is key to biology. Now, how did complex cells evolve from simple ones? Let's find out. How did complex eukaryotic cells evolve from simple prokaryotes? Enter the endosymbiotic theory. Long ago, a large cell engulfed a smaller, energy-producing prokaryote, but instead of digesting it, they formed a partnership. The smaller cell became the mitochondrion, powering its host. Later, another partnership created the chloroplast in plant cells. Evidence? Mitochondria and chloroplasts have their own circular DNA and ribosomes, and they reproduce like bacteria. These ancient alliances made complex life possible. Teamwork at the cellular level changed the world. We've traveled from simple prokaryotes to complex eukaryotes. Both cell types share the same basic plan: membrane, cytoplasm, and DNA. Understanding their differences is key to biology, medicine, and ecology. For example, antibiotics target bacterial cell walls, something our cells don't have. Prokaryotes recycle nutrients and support ecosystems. Eukaryotes build complex bodies and communities. Life depends on both types, working together to sustain our planet. Next time you look in the mirror, remember the trillions of eukaryotic cells that make you, you. And appreciate the prokaryotic superstars all around us. Life's story is written in the language of cells. Science helps us read it, one cell at a time.